please check out our shirt on Teespring.
Hey folks, what's happening? What's going on in the world? Today I'm going to talk about why they're taking down this Confederacy statues. My honest opinion, they were traitors. For some reason, over time, they were treated like heroes, but their conquest was to enslave certain types of people, get the country up because of their way of living. The majority of the people on the South that fought the war didn't own slaves, but they were brainwashed, thinking about the North is taking your state rights away. It all comes down to slavery, plain and simple. How these people during the South think it's their state's rights to kidnap people, bring them to this country, force them in some kind of religion they have no clue about, and make them do work and not pay them. And they thought that was right.
More than 150 years after the Civil War, there is a new push across the South to take down Confederate monuments. In at least 5 states, critics say the statutes celebrate slavery and secession. Defenders argue the memorials honor Southern heritage. Officials in Austin, Texas, and Louisville, Kentucky have already voted to remove statues. New Orleans is about to do the same. Jan Crawford is in Charlottesville, Virginia, with the fight over a monument to a famous Confederate general. Jan, good morning.
Good morning, Charlie. So this statue of Robert E. Lee was put up nearly 100 years ago. But here, as in other cities across the South, these Confederate symbols now are at the center of a bitter debate about how we define our past as we move forward as a nation.
They're relics of a painful past, memorials to a war, generals whose names are etched in history. Stonewall Jackson, Robert E. Lee. But now there are new battlegrounds, from Charlottesville to New Orleans. Confederate monuments have been vandalized, and some cities have voted to remove them, all part of a public debate over whether these statues memorialize racism.
But symbolism matters.
When you say symbolism matters, that's a symbol of what?
It's a symbol, in my personal opinion, white supremacy, and it's a symbol that we cannot have in the middle of our city.
Charlottesville City Councilman Wes Bellamy has led the fight to move the town's statue of Robert E. Lee. But opponents, led by attorney Charles Weber, argue the statue symbolizes something else.
These are war memorials that exist for one purpose: to honor the men who fought. It's not to promote a cause of the war, it's not to glorify war, it's to honor the men who fought.
Weber points to a Virginia law, similar to others across the South, that blocks cities and towns from removing war memorials.
This statue could never be moved. It has to stay here.
Yes.
Forever.
Yes.
Even though many people find this terribly offensive.
Offensive is a way to stop a conversation about the meaning of the statute. All right, it's not a way to start the conversation.
When I hear about that, this is their Southern pride, this is part of their history, they're groomed to think like this. Their whole Civil War, on the South side, were traitors. It's plain and simple. And they said, oh, this statue is going to be here forever. We have laws about this. But laws, sooner or later, do get overturned. This is how this nation works. Nothing is set in stone. Sooner or later, laws do pass, things do change for the better for us. And having these statues is the oppression of certain people. And it took a certain group of people to get their freedom in back to the 60s, their civil rights. The right to vote. You got to understand, these people fought against different kind of groups of their freedom. It's plain and simple. If you think, this is part of your history, you got those statues of hate, you got to look at yourself and how you were raised. None of this stuff really makes sense. The whole Civil War should never happen. There's more to this history. I can't really get into it, but it's just incredible. Civil-minded fools are out there claiming these little things. It's not true. And we need to move on. Too bad it had to take the Black Lives Matters and having to George Floyd to waking up these people, realize, these are hate groups. I said many of my videos, the United States has a weird hate or not trusting people are different. It doesn't matter what their skin color is, their beliefs, and who they are. It's just automatic that depressed people, our opinions are right. So pretty much what I have to say about this. There's a lot more things I'm planning to say about civil rights and how certain groups that try to change the history to make us feel certain ways. And let me know. Please like and subscribe. Maybe do better next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.